Hi guys, this video we're going to be having a look at the Neca Pamela Voorhees figure from Friday the 13th. And I'm going to be working through the films, looking at the various different figures, and I just obviously thought I'd start with Pamela Voorhees. I've got to be honest with you, let me just grab this out of the way. I did a video of this box set previously. You may have seen it, and I don't know why. I kind of think that I gave it a bit of a hard time, to be honest, being that I couldn't understand why they called it the Friday the 13th box set when you've got the part 2 Jason, and obviously most of the box is filled up with scenes from part 2, and obviously the cult classic Jason says part 2, but all that this is, I mean, even the pictures down the front here are from part 2, so I don't know why, it kind of bugged me, to be honest. But now that I have it out of packet and I can see it properly, I kind of appreciate it a bit more. So I wanted to go through the various Jason figures, have a little look at them, obviously give you my opinion, see what you guys think with your comments. Yeah, so obviously I thought, obviously, where's the best place to start, but the best and worst mother in the world, being Pamela Voorhees. Now, this figure comes with its own little base, and the only way you can get this figure is from that box set I've just shown you. You can get the Jason figure on its own, but you cannot get the Pamela Voorhees figure on its own. So it comes with a little base from the, obviously, Camp Crystal Lake, I guess, there. And the Pamela Voorhees figure in itself is very good. Obviously, Betsy Palmer being immortalised as an action figure. Don't know how happy she is about that, and I dare say I'd love to meet the woman to ask her the question, but I don't think that'll ever happen, sadly. But if you are watching, Betsy Palmer, get in contact with me. I'll give you my address. You can pop round, have a cup of tea if you want, we'll have a little chat. Not a problem at all. But anyway, here we have, obviously, Pamela Voorhees as an action figure. Now, I don't know, let's just go through the articulation to start with. We've got rotation in the foot, nothing in the legs, nothing in the waist, ball joint in the head. We've got rotation in the shoulders, and a swivel in the arm, just where the elbow would be, and I want to say rotation in the wrist, but it's not happening. But there is rotation on this side, so I don't want to force it. I'll be honest with you, it's all very tight. So I dare say there is rotation in this hand. I can't see why there wouldn't be, but I just don't want to force it, just in case that breaks. And I'm sure you understand. I've still got the rubber band here, holding the knife in our hand there, so I don't know if that's coming through on camera, but that's not all glue or anything on there. And the one thing I would have liked to have seen is the head comes off and it's decapitated, like the old Freddy from the Freddy vs Jason box set or something like that. I don't know why. I just think it would make the figure. I don't want to say it doesn't. I dare say it comes off. It's just a pin socket in there. But I just think that would be cool if you had the option there to have a decapitated Pamela Voorhees. I think that'd be pretty smart. Now, for me, I cannot get over the amount of detail that's gone into the wool effect on this jumper. I'm not saying it's the best jumper in the world. I'm not saying I want one or I even like it. I just think it's cool. You know, the amount of detail gone into the sculpt on here is absolutely brilliant. Cannot fault it. Not too sure about the sculpt of Betsy Palmer. I think the fact that the jumper says who she is, and then you just accept the sculpt, to be honest. But for me, I don't think that's an amazing sculpt, or as good as they could do, to be honest. I know it's always harder to do real people's faces and everything, but I think they've done a pretty good job. I think it's the silly open mouth grimacy thing as well, to be honest. I don't think it's too good, but for me, I do like it, to be honest. And you know, now I have it out of packet and I can see it properly, and you know, see the detail. I've got a bit more appreciation for it, to be honest, and I do rate it now, to be honest. Now she comes with obviously her knife in her hand, which she uses quite predominantly a few times in the film. Obviously she slits the throat off the two at the start, the girl and that, and then you got Annie gets her throat slit, doesn't she? And obviously Steve Christie, he gets his stabbed to the chest, so there's that going on. And in the set there are quite a few weapons, but there's obviously a few that you can obviously say were Pamela's as opposed to Jason's. With, you know, obviously in that same box set with the Jason, the Part 2 Jason as well, he can use these things. But we have a little machete here as well, which she just needs to chop her head off on there. So I don't know if that's Jason's machete or it's Pamela's machete, but I'll say it's hers for the time being. On there, we then also have the axe, which is from the brilliant scene where Marcy gets the axe to the face in the shower block. On there, and you know, a fair bit of details actually got into this, to be honest. It's not just a plain axe, it's quite detailed. Cannot fault them for that. And we have an arrow as well. And the arrows were quite used quite a lot in the film as well. Obviously we had Bill had an arrow in his eye, and when he was hanging on the door, and the girl, she was stabbed with one, wasn't she? Brenda, on the arrow range. And of course the signature kill of the film being Kevin Bacon's arrow through the throat. But you know, it's even got, you know, the hollow arrowhead there. I don't know if you can see it properly there. So that's obviously the arrow as well, for when old Pam was hiding under the bed. So yeah, so anyway, I just wanted to obviously give the Pamela Voorhees figure a bit of credit that it deserves, and you know, thanks, thumbs up to Neca for being the only people, apart from obviously the Sideshow collectible, but to give us a 7-inch figure of Pamela Voorhees to get in the line, you know. And obviously we'll, you know, at some, you know, I will do the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, blah blah, blah, or whatever I can do to show you all the comparisons. But that's the look at the Neca Pamela Voorhees figure from Friday the 13th, and like I say, is only available in the Friday the 13th 25th anniversary box set. So thanks for watching, guys. You take care, and of course I'll catch you again soon. Bye bye.